Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let's get into it. We just got through being judged by the Hell Knights. They're back on our side. I don't remember if Paralytic or Aminos has anything else to say. And I found the extirpators. The entire chapter, Paris fighting monsters. I see. Thank you for the information. We should commit it to paper. We were going to organize search parties, so it seems that you saved us a considerable sum of money. I think it would be fair if we gave you part of it as a reward. What can you tell me about Regil now, after the tribunal and his loss of rank? The Paralictor's gaze pensively drifts off for a moment. It was sad to see one of the most worthy representatives of the Order fall. I must confess, I am surprised by what happened. Regil de Renth usually gets his way. However, he immediately lost both his case and his title. At moments during the tribunal, it almost seemed like he was actually in control of everything that happened. However, perhaps I placed too high a regard on his competence. I suppose it's never too late to reassess. Have we cleared up all of the misunderstandings? What can I expect from the Hell Knights? We Hell Knights never let our guard down, even when dealing with our most trusted allies. However, we have the highest possible confidence in your reliability and competence. We have sent significant forces to your aid, and we will not falter in our commitment. I have to go. Farewell.
Follow if you dare.
Awesome. All right. Now that that's done, we can head back to Dresden, because that'll allow us to rest, and I can follow up with Zacharius, let him know that my Crusader people have stopped squabbling. And then once that is done, we can go up to Chili Creek. I would prefer to have my ziggurat built and ready to go before we go over to Eyes and some of the other main story related things. I want to be a true Lich when these things occur. And I don't have a way to get directly to the ziggurat. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump, bump. Alright, come over here. And I don't think there's anybody else we need to catch up with. I think Regil has one thing you can ask him, but we can always catch up with him later and talk about that. Bum, 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 bum. And Castiglier is just standing around. Oh, that's right, because we had to switch him out. Urgathoa, Worshipper, awesome. The Lich spares you an impassive glance. I do hope you are here with good reason, student. I am occupied with my ruminations on the ritual you and I shall perform together. When I was in the Abyss, I learned my mythic power is the product of an experiment by Areelu Vorlesh involving congealed demon lord blood. What do you have to say to that? Ah, so thence comes the crystalline vessel that is linked to your soul. Areelu Vorlesh must have fused this demon lord essence with your being in a haphazard fashion. That explains why your power is so intractable. If I had been the one to oversee the process, such a thing would never have occurred. I'm certain I could have achieved more, had I been the one seeking a way to transform this shoddy article into a semi-divine force. But, unfortunately, you were created by an ignorant Sarkorian witch, and I am left to contend with the consequences. I put an end to the feud between Elianka and Septimus. Very good. Any and all disturbances must be stamped out. Once the ziggurat is upgraded according to the geometry of my ritual, we shall be able to proceed. I'm leaving. Alright, we already talked about priorities. And, alright, yeah. It's got to be upgraded before we can do anything else. That's fine. Doom, doom, doom. Save there. And actually, no, I don't need to do that. Oh, okay, it's not going to let me rest here. So yeah, got to go to the Citadel manually. In fact, Elianka might have something to say to me since she's now the one large and in charge. Ooh, interesting. Greybor looks serious. He speaks quietly as if he doesn't want to be overheard. Commander, you and I need to go to a very important meeting. I'd like to tell you more, but I'm afraid I can't give you any further details. You'll just have to trust me. We need to go to the Dry Crossroads. It's not far from Dresden, but you and I will have to go alone. No one else is allowed at this meeting. Let me know when you are ready to travel. I can assure you that this meeting is very important. Greybor gives you a sly wink and mouths silently, "It will be interesting." What is this meeting about? Greybor shrugs. I can't tell you that. You'll just have to trust me. This is a matter of great importance. Greybor coughs loudly into his fists, and his fingers swiftly form a series of gestures used by thieves, assassins, and other silent hunters. Its message is clear. Danger. Arm yourself. Is this meeting really that important? I wouldn't have bothered you with it otherwise, Commander. I cannot give you any further details because this meeting must be kept secret. But trust me, it is important. Greybor glances around warily. He tugs on his earlobe, and you recognize the coded signal. It is a sign used by criminals and killers to mean danger. Others are listening. Why can't we meet in Dresden? I'm worried about prying eyes and curious ears. It will be difficult to arrange a secret meeting in the city. Wink at Greybor. I think it is time for us to leave. Greybor smiles slightly. There's an eager gleam in his eyes. Yes, I think so, Commander. It will be a long trip, but I'll try to keep you entertained with small talk. The dwarf's eyes shine with anticipation. His cryptic smile speaks volumes. There's clearly something he wants to tell you.
I need to recover my strength.
Lady Konami doesn't look nearly as confident or bold as before. Commander, what a blessing it is to have you back. Mendev is in need of your help. There's been a revolt in Nerosian. The disgruntled nobles are completely out of control. They've proclaimed the Royal Council dissolved and arrested several of its members. Many politicians were accused of collaborating with the demons. Some were executed. Others were torn apart by the crowd. The first treasurer has fled. There's fighting in the streets between mercenaries hired by the aristocrats and the guard, who is loyal to the Royal Council. Dresden has received support from the insurgents, as well as from the loyal servants of the crown, requesting your support. But both the Royal Council and I have faith that you will elect to defend the legitimate authority. This faith is not misplaced, is it? Lady Konami regards you with a devotion you've never seen in her before. If the powerful have gone mad and are spilling blood in the streets, there is only one force that can stop them. The Church will appeal to the clerics to intervene in this conflict. Their voices will be heard. Why would we bother saving the Royal Council? So it can keep pushing us around? I propose we publicly support the nobles. If a few esteemed elders were to depart from the council, it wouldn't be a terrible loss for the nation. The politicians have neglected their duty, but maybe the soldiers won't? There's got to be some honest generals left in Mendev. We'll ask them to bring their troops to the capital and put an end to the unrest. I know a thiefling, Zarsi. She's from the River Kingdoms. She was saying something about a young state over in the Stolen Lands that managed to cobble together a proper, cohesive nation from a bunch of riffraff. Pretty slick, considering how tricky it was to make them not hate each other's guts. Want to invite them to help us patch things up? So, Nerosian first demanded, but now is asking? The situation in the capital must really be grim. You are absolutely right, Commander. I admit, the Royal Council hasn't shown you the proper respect and amicability. I myself brought this to their attention on numerous occasions. Lady Konami's posture is full of repentance. But trust me when I say that none of them wished you ill, and they all share the unshakable belief that you were the savior of our nation. Why is there rioting in Nerosian? Without Her Majesty's steady hand, the capital has fallen into decay. Some are settling old scores. Others have discovered new opportunities. Mendev is accustomed to following a highly respected leader. The only one who can protect the throne from greedy hands is you, Commander. Lady Konami gives you a deep bow, exuding remorse and obedience. What's the situation in the capital? The Royal Council, Her Majesty's most trusted civil servants and public officials, have long been in conflict with many powerful Mendevian aristocrats. The former had connections and influence. The latter had their family names, riches, and personal armies comprised of mercenaries, sworn knights, and commoners. For many years, their strife was latent and civilized: coercion, bribery, intrigue. But the nobility spotted an opportune moment. They decided to overthrow the clique of dignitaries that had usurped royal power. That is what they call the Council. A series of arrests ensued, but the Royal Council found its own supporters and retaliated. Currently, numerous aristocrats are assembling their forces in the capital. The Supreme Court building now serves as the base of operations for the new Royal Council formed by the leaders of the nobility. The old Royal Council is holding Her Majesty's castle, the treasury, and the guard headquarters. Every so often, skirmishes break out in the streets. Many civil servants have left their workplaces, and the townspeople are fleeing the city. The capital is paralyzed. I would like to hear the council's opinions. Of course, but I implore you, do not delay. Every minute counts. So, Sael, what can the church do in a situation like this? Become a living wall between the opposing sides, call for mercy, and if necessary, warn them about heaven's wrath. People sometimes forget their conscience, and that's what clerics are for. In the end, they will remind the people that we're in the middle of a holy war. And who do you think called the shots of the Royal Council before, my good Sir Cleric? Its leaders, the Paladin and the Inquisitor. In other words, the pious people, just like the ones you want to ask for help. Darren, why should we support the nobility? They will form a new Royal Council. It's certainly possible that they'll end up being exactly the same, hypocrites, bores, and schemers. But firstly, it will be a new, refreshing set of hypocrites, bores, and schemers. And secondly, they will remember who it was who helped them rise to power, and won't demand at every turn that we kiss their banner. So we're just going to support the insurgents and bring even more havoc to Mendev? I get the feeling that the next parade in our honor should be held by the demons. We're doing all the work for them. You are mistaken if you think that those nobles will be better than the Royal Council. They, at least, knew the boundaries that had been set by the Queen. But a band of nobles who seize supreme power will believe that they are entitled to anything. Land, can we count on the military leaders to help us? A bureaucrat's oath is a little different from a soldier's oath. If the politicians have betrayed Mendev, its last hope is the army. Let the troops march into Nerosian and bring back order to the streets. That will cool everyone's heads. That is a dangerous solution. The military doesn't like to surrender what they have captured, such as the mindset of a soldier. We run the risk of establishing a military dictatorship in Mendev. Lady Konami snarls with discontent. Give power to the belligerents? They'll order the nation around like a company of recruits on the parade deck. Years of careful diplomatic work will go to waste. No, soldiers are inflexible. They cannot handle such delicate matters. Woljif, what was that about the river kingdoms? Zarsi, a friend of mine, was telling me about this kingdom in the Stolen Lands, how it was made. For centuries, all kinds of rabble and outcasts were gathered there. Then this new leader appeared, and the whole mishmash became a solid nation. So it got me thinking, if they're so damn good at making different sorts see eye to eye, maybe we could put them to use here. They might butter up some folks and give others a scare, but whatever, it'll chill the hotheads, right? Anyone who calls on foreigners to solve their country's problems is just asking for an intervention. We have no right to show Mendev's weakness to other nations. Lady Konami, do you really expect me to support the Royal Council? Commander, neither they nor I were ever your enemies. But we're doing our duty, although we may have been unwise and presumptuous on occasion. But I assure you, all mistakes have been addressed. By being generous, you will only demonstrate just how wrong the capital was about you and teach them a lesson. Wow, this is some small-time thief chatting up the judge stuff, Your Honor. I've seen the error of my ways. I was wrong, but I've learned my lesson. Please be generous. Cut the crap. We've been around. We know what those promises are worth. I have heard everything I need. And I hope you will make the right decision. Has the news of my deeds already reached Nerosian? After an elegant bow, Lady Konami gives you a piercing, searching look. Oh yes. Your methods of repelling the attacks on Dresden were effective, but in terms of your reputation, they were disastrous. Was there truly no other way to destroy the demon horde other than raising the dead in mass? Ooh. Wow. I can't remember another time when my mythic path caused dialogue in the regular council meetings. Wow. Lady Konami's voice is solemn, but a twinkle of amusement dances in her eyes. She pauses dramatically. How do you think Nerosian views you now? Well, and who do they think I am? A sly smile appears on her face. Why, their commander, of course. Believe it or not, you haven't been stripped of your rank. No army is being raised against you, and the temples, at least not yet, haven't condemned you as a sinner. Some refuse to believe the many awful accusations against you. Others would gladly believe them, but it would require a new crusade against you, and that would mean new sacrifices and expenses coming out of their pockets. And others are entranced by you. In a country that has been waging war for a century, many have thought about the benefits of eternal unlife, and you gave them the right to express their beliefs out loud. Some would say your pernicious influence is corrupting Mendev, but I note you still have strong political support across all social classes, and I'm not concerned with questions of ethics. The disaster has been averted, and that's all that matters. Are any living volunteers enlisted in my army? It is, and much more than one might think. Necromancy has never improved anyone's reputation, but it does promise immortality and undeath. You could use this to become more popular. Once they realize death magic is no longer so strictly prohibited, many Mendevians flock to Dresden to seek knowledge and eternal life in your service. Did the paladins, priests, and other adherents of the faith allow this? Let's just say that before the Fifth Crusade, there were many more devout people in the capital, but many of them went on the crusade, and here, before the walls of Dresden, as well as in Eyes, they, I need not remind you of their fate. At any rate, it isn't easy to imagine a better time to be a rabble-rouser in Mendev. Without the watchful eye of the Queen and her paladins, the people began to breathe and think much more freely. Should we expect trouble from Nerosian? Not yet. Nerosian will continue to provide us with supplies and recruits. The War Room remains a threat, and we are their shield. Ha! Yes, I could convince their nobles to support an army from Abaddon if it came here and vowed to protect their capital. I see. I understand everything. Lady Konami bows respectfully. Working with reformers is always so perilous and exciting. Okay, so let's see. So Sale provides Holy Relic, Charisma, and Wisdom. Greater Angelic Aspect. Family Heirloom. Cloak of Astounding Prowess. All enemies must pass a will save. That's interesting. What's this? Overlord's Chainmail. +5 mental chainmail, which gives you a +7 insight bonus to persuasion checks to intimidate. That's cool. Ooh, I remember this now. Oh yeah, I think we're going with Woljif. Valuable relic from the treasury, +5, as well as all lore and knowledge effects. Declaring independence. Oh, Nerosia's concerns are no longer mine. Get out of my fortress. All generals gain a +7 to power. And that's what we're going with. The Lich no longer cares. He does not care about Queen Galfrey. He does not care about Mendev. He does not care about Nerosian. It is all about his own power. His way is the right way. He is the only person who can stop the demons and save the world. And once he gets through with saving the world, he plans to conquer the world. So might as well get it started now. Nerosian's concerns are no longer mine. Get out of my fortress, Lady Konami. Lady Konami's tone becomes obsequious. But, Commander, without your aid, Mendev will be consumed by uprisings. Much blood will be spilled. Lots of dead. Furthermore, you'll be cut off from any support from the capital. In the midst of an insurgency, organized deliveries will become impossible. All you can hope to receive in such circumstances is the help of servants of the crown who are sympathetic to your cause, and their numbers grow smaller by the day. As I said, You can go to the demons, Lady Konami, along with the entire Royal Council. Lady Konami nods ruefully. So be it. Farewell, Commander. Despite your decision, I wish you good luck and hope that foreign powers will be able to supply you with troops and resources. I will make haste for Nerosian. Right now in the capital, every experienced negotiator is worth their weight in gold. I'll be interested to see what kind of effect that has. Regil slightly lowers his head to greet you. The gesture, though reserved, seems encouraging, almost friendly. Paralictor Doringe's eyes no longer grip you with the same cold judgment as before. Greetings, Commander. How are you doing without your squad or your rank of Paralictor? Regil shrugs his shoulders. It has given me little cause for emotion. I am a competent leader, but for me, leadership has never been an end in itself. Any position that allows me to effectively achieve my goals will suffice. As your companion and subordinate, I am no less capable of contributing to the fight against the Worldwound than I would be as an officer of a chapter. Thank you for speaking with me. Until next time. Okay. And then let me check this real quick because I forgot to see if my armies were ready to move. Hunting down a mutiny. Oh, I can make one of them an outpost. I have an event. Executioner. A chilling truth about one of Dresden's jailers has come to light. He secretly became a worshipper of Zon Kuthin, terrorized all the prisoners, and learned magic that allowed him to use his brutal punishments to leech the life force from his victims. Take on the jailer as a personal apprentice. Encourage the jailer. All units. The unit's attacks apply a stacking -20 penalty to combat morale. That's awesome. Punish the jailer. Definitely not doing that. Energy points. So I think this is much more useful, but as a Lich, taking on the jailer as a personal apprentice just makes more sense to me. The jailer clearly had a talent for necromancy, but only under the commander's tutelage was he able to reach his full potential. Now, he is tasked with inventing new wicked spells and ways of inflicting pain. Excellent. Okay. And yep, that's what I thought. That they'd be ready. And, oh. Hell Knights, and I got the Signifiers. Signifiers are great, but you just don't get enough of them. Okay. I can add those to the other army later on. Cool. Where is this going? Oh, it probably connects there. Okay, cool. Save again. Oh, they made you go up against the level 11 one right from the beginning, huh? Interesting. Boom, boom, boom. And here we go. You run up, you run up. Really? They're all going to be able to go before I start? Jeez. All right. Oh, wow. Those guys are 1,100, huh? Okay. 4. I'm gonna do that one, yeah. Alright, that helps a little bit. Okay, and you can go here. I guess you can step up a little bit. Wow. Okay. Definitely got to lower this. Wow, that helped a little bit. Only 36. You ain't really got a choice. Oh, hey, you killed him. Excellent. Alright, now you. So I guess you should be going for the one that's trying to attack you. And hey, you took him out. Isn't that nice? $19. Alright, 1923. This is not the end of the world. Boom, 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 boom. Might as well do that one. 45, okay. Alright, you. $500. Just gonna take a wild guess that you're gonna be easier to take out. 9. Yeah, just because I want us all focusing on the same thing. That was probably a waste, but whatever. There we go. Okay. Excellent. And, yep, you too. 38. Alright. I thought she had the ability to channel negative energy, but I guess not. There we go. Seems like you should be doing more damage than that, but whatever. 41. Ooh. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I guess he's gonna have to come around. $378. There we go. Much better. Hey, why is it it's always the ranger who gets 2 goals? Come on, man. Let my boy over here get 2 cracks at it. But you know, it wasn't even necessary, so I'll take it. Excellent. Boom, ba-da-da, boom. Having dealt with the demons, the Crusaders discover a Sarkorian city that was turned into a necropolis. Among the sand and bleached bones, the soldiers find some ancient treasures. The attendants are already planning vast excavations. They believe that even after months of work, they will still keep finding all kinds of valuables here. This doesn't look like something that requires a fireball. Yeah, let's take you out first. You're carrying a bow. I don't know what you can do with that bow, but I would prefer to find out. I feel very sure about that. You know, you've only got 11, but I don't care. I want you gone. There we go. We're all gonna... Oh, you can... Oh, you're teleporting. Because you're a jerk off like that. Almost filled my whole hospital bar, too. Boom, 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 boom. The group of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth fought desperately, choosing death before imprisonment. Among the trophies, the soldiers found a lot of loot taken during raids on the cities of Mendev. Ring of Evasion. This ring continually grants the wearer the ability to avoid damage, as if the player had evasion ability. Whenever he makes a reflex saving throw to determine whether she takes half damage, a successful save results in no damage. Alright, that's all for that. Okay, and actually I do want to combine them. Yep, this is the right one. Signifiers. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now you're done. Nothing I could do here. Oh, those are hedge knights. Okay. Actually, now I think about it. Makes sense for us to go ahead and group these folks. And then go over here. I like having a second army in Act 5 so that there's somebody to run out and deal with the demon army scouts that come out. Otherwise, you know, there's a large map and there's a long time delay on being able to teleport. So if your main army has to run around and deal with those groups, it can become very, very cumbersome. All right, save there. Boom, 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 boom. How is it the Kennebrys Inquisition never punished your family for its demonic links? Such a crime carries a death sentence in wartime. Who said we weren't punished, eh? Gran did her time in the torture chamber, all right. That's where she gave birth to my mom. She never did tell me how she got out of there. All right, we're all rested up.
I'm off.
And we don't need him anymore. Castiglier can come back. Doom, doom. Oh, I forgot. Just that quick. Greybor. Accept. Come on, man. Oh, there's no... Why is it saying I'm over encumbered if there's really no penalty? Let me sell this stuff. I thought they had put some in the patch where it allowed you basically to hold your inventory specifically for this mission. Oh, in fact, now I think about it. Oh, nope. He doesn't have anything for me. Oh, well. I think sooner or later he provides a quest in Act 5. I don't need these short swords. I shouldn't need this, but I'm going to give it to Regil anyway. Ring of Chaos. I'm not going to be using any chaotic characters long term. I got to check on Ring of Evasion. What's this? Just +4 dexterity? Don't need that. Don't need these either. Don't need these. Really? Did they really make me come back for just that? Here. There you go, bro. And just to be absolutely sure. Deal. Alright. Let's try this again. And if it still is an issue, we're just going to go anywhere. Go anyway. Because I'm not dumping a bunch of my stuff just to do this quest. I hate that. There we go. Okay, cool. And let's move over. Actually, let me check real quick. Right, okay, cool. We're still good over there. Boom, 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 boom. I don't care. You're not going to be around. What's this? Decrees. Oh, declaring independence. Alright, I had to manually do that. That's fine. What? You still got one left? There we go. Boom, doom, 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 doom. Alright.
Precisely.
An outsider. Kill him. A group of thugs blocks your path. They are armed and look like they're ready to fight. Their leader faces you with his hands on his hips. We didn't think you were going to show, but you wouldn't do that to us, would you, Greybor? Where's the target? I know you're a professional, but I've never worked with you before, so listen up. I'm watching you. No funny business or I'll make you bleed. Got it? True, we haven't worked together before, so I'll give you a warning of my own. If you threaten me again, I'll cut out your heart and shove it up your ass. Got it? The gang burst out laughing. Their leader nods his approval. He seems all right. I think we can work with him. Respect. No wonder he raised his eyebrows pointedly, has such a high opinion of you. I hope your friends won't get cold feet when it's time to act. Don't you worry about my bunch, not our first hunt. As long as the target's where it's supposed to be, they'll do what they've been told. Is she here now? Probably. You know she doesn't like to show up too early. She's smart, wants to scout out the area first. I respect that. Once we've cornered the target, she'll be here. Or not. It's impossible to tell with her. Is everything ready? Now, wait just a minute. She said that you'd be in charge of all the preparations. She told us to wait for your arrival and follow all your instructions. So why don't you scout out the area and figure out what needs to be done? We'll need at least 3 places for the crew to hide, and we'll need a good location for our archer as well. And that trail over there bothers me. Makes it too easy for our target to escape. He points to a trail that branches off from the road and disappears into the woods. You'll need to see if there's a way to block that path somehow. I'll go scope out the area. Go ahead, boss. We'll just sit here and await your orders. There's a large crack in the trunk of this tree. A few well-aimed blows will cause it to fall and block the trail. The trees can hide more than a solitary hunter. They could conceal an entire wagon. This rock is an excellent hiding place and will provide good cover against ranged attacks. The thick bushes could provide ample cover for an ambush. This is a suitable position for an archer. It overlooks the entire area. Well, how's it going, boss? Had a chance to look around yet? Any orders? Point to the nearby hill. Your archer should take position up on that hill. Sounds good to me. The leader turns to one of his henchmen and mutters, "What are you just standing around for? Get your ugly mug up on that hill." Bing. The ugly mug grabs a bow, deftly checks the bowstring in the quiver, and then strolls off nonchalantly in the direction of the hill. Point to the bushes and the massive rock. Place your crew in the bushes along the road, behind those trees and behind that huge boulder. Can do. Those are some good locations. Nice and hidden. Can't see them from the road. The leader turns to his henchmen and calls out in a commanding voice. All right, stop sitting around on your asses. Go where you're told and lay low. I bet not hear or see any of you. Point to the cracked tree. There's a damaged tree by the trail. We need to chop it down and block the path. That's not a bad idea. We'll block the path so that no one can get through. Guess we're set then. Time to lay low. You know your stuff, Greybor. Can't fault your decisions. You made some good calls. I respect that. Now, kill him! Everything's ready. Now we just have to wait for the main character to appear on the stage. This is the first time you have seen Horzala in person. She gazes at you triumphantly. You're not as smart as everyone thinks, she gloats mockingly. You've walked straight into a trap set by your own associate. Well done, Greybor. You've lured the commander into our trap just as you promised. I must admit I'm surprised. I thought it'd be more difficult. Did you expect anything less? As I said, when I take a job, it gets done. You wanted the commander, and I brought him to you. I thought we got along well. Why do you want me dead? Horzala's voice rises triumphantly. Father will see how wrong he was about me. He'll reward me with his favor when I present him with your head. I'll be the greatest of Baphomet's daughters once more, and that half-mortal upstart Vorlesh will crawl on her knees before me. I'll rout the armies of the Lady in Shadow, then I'll cut down Deskari's lackeys and take his army for myself. And once that's done, it'll be your turn, Crusaders. I'll make you kneel before the Lord of Beast. It's very brave of you to appear in person. I applaud your courage. I wanted to personally witness your demise. Horzala snaps angrily. Do you think I'm scared of you? Ha! You have no idea how powerful I am. Hepzibah was nothing compared to me, and now my father has freed me from those accursed seals. I am no longer bound. I am Baphomet's daughter, the strongest of his offspring. I have reclaimed my rightful place, and now I will destroy you. Yaz, why are you here? Do you really want to kill me? It's not like I had any choice in the matter. Horzala crows triumphantly. This halfwit belongs to me, and so does his guild. After you killed Hepzibah, Baphomet gave me back my power. I was restored to my rightful place, and Yaz, who once considered himself my master, became my property. She cracks her knuckles, causing the former leader of the Assassin's Guild to cower in fear. Yaz desperately tries to save face. He forces on a smile. I'm sorry, but the bounting on your head was just too tempting. I couldn't resist. You don't like Horzala. Why don't we kill her together? There's a flash of interest in Yaz's eyes, but it fades immediately. He looks at Horzala regretfully and shakes his head. I never bet on the losing side. Greybor, you betrayed me? The guild I joined, with your consent I might add, asked me to do a job. They offered me a sizable reward, and our, partnership has been less than satisfactory. So, I am breaking our contract. Oh, and you are about to be killed by my new employers. I instructed Greybor to lure you here, and he has performed his task admirably. You will not leave this place alive. Greybor doesn't even look at you. He's listening to Horzala intently. Evil. You're a clever one, Greybor. What a shame that I have to kill you. You're not too bad yourself, Commander. Assassinating you will look good on my record. Attack. You've lured the wrong beast into your trap. Give him a good beating before you finish him off. Greybor smirks ominously. It won't be easy for them to carry out that order, because they themselves are actually already dead. Commander, now! Pulling a whistle decorated with runes from his pocket, the dwarf brings it to his lips and produces a high-pitched trill.
Aha! A test of my abilities.
We're kind of under the gun right now, so I think we'll go turn base. Seriously? Are you kidding me? And he can't get past the tree? That's ridiculous, y'all. Oh, he's going all the way around. Interesting. Hey. Give her something to think about if nothing else. Holy smokes, that went poorly. Okay. Alright, so once again, you can do nothing. Lovely. And all my skeletons are gone. This is looking ugly. Alright. Quicken. Boom, 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 boom. And then there was one. Alright, and we'll go greater. And we'll do this again. And let's see how it goes. Hey, two of them. But the one who's left, she is ice body. Interesting. Hey, he can finally do a hit. Hey, got one hit in. Very nice. Okay. Quicken again. Only one of you, huh? Let's see if this work out. And it does. Horzala is curled up on the ground in anguish. She slams her fist down angrily. This isn't how it was supposed to end? Why? Why are you so damn strong, mortal? Shorty, you little worm. You betrayed me. If you had done what I had asked, I would have given you everything you've ever wanted. I value my reputation more than anything you could ever offer me. You can rant and rave as much as you want, but you're not going to change my mind. Greybor turns to you and gives you a businesslike nod. Well done, Commander. I admit, I was worried that you would deviate from our plan and reveal your full strength. We needed Horzala to believe that victory was in their grasp, so that she would reveal herself, and your little spectacle was quite convincing. What will you offer me in exchange for your life, demon? Horzala laughs bitterly. Nothing. Once my father hears of my failure, he'll take everything from me, even the guild. Greybor, why don't you tell Horzala how we outwitted her? Greybor speaks slowly and deliberately as he fills his pipe. You see, Horzala, you made 3 mistakes. Your first mistake was sending your agent in Dresden to give me the assignment to bring the commander's head, instead of summoning me to Alan Shinra. In doing so, you made it clear to me that you had people in Dresden, and that some of them might be a part of the commander's inner circle. Therefore, the commander and I kept this plan a closely guarded secret. We didn't want you to find out about it. As for your second mistake, you underestimated just how much I value my reputation. Under different circumstances, I would have gladly taken this assignment, but I'm not going to tarnish my good name. When the commander and I were on the way here, we had plenty of time to discuss the details of our plan. I would pretend to carry out the assignment, and the commander would pretend that he was trapped. But we knew that you could not resist the opportunity to savor your triumph personally. I just had to play my part convincingly when I helped to set up the ambush, and the commander had to fight at half strength so he wouldn't immediately destroy your lackeys. And you fell for it. You threw caution to the wind and revealed your presence. Remember how I said you made 3 mistakes? Your third mistake was turning your back on this shorty. Kill Horzala. You shouldn't have come after me. Why they got the Lich twirling around the quarterstaff? That's awesome. Horzala rises on the ground and howls hysterically. I hate you. Oh, how I hate you all. I think we're done here. One of these nights we should meet up in the tavern to celebrate. Drinks are on me. Whew. That was almost rough, y'all. Alright. Cloak of Resistance 4, Amulet of Natural Armor, Belt of Incredible Dexterity, Fiery Spell Weaver. This +5 Flaming Burst Quarterstaff grants its wearer a +1 bonus to caster level, +4 bonus on checks made to overcome spell resistance, and a +15 competence bonus on used magic device skill checks. Okay, and there's a heavy pick +5. And that's not all, I believe, right?
I do what I must.
And there's a body over there, too. That's all just the usual suspects, stuff we can sell. Same there. The impossible happened. Arushale succeeded in changing her evil nature. The demon is no longer a demon. So why does it still say that she's a succubus? No. Keep it moving. Excellent. Boom, boom, boom. I could go down there, but actually, no. Where did I come from? Over there? Oh, it's not letting me move this way. Okay, fine. What's this for? Relic fixed. Oh, short spear. This plus two short spear absorbs water from the target on each hit. On every 5th hit, it automatically casts the cold ice strike spell in the direction of the enemy as a 12th level wizard. And we have no idea what's going on with Cruoromancer's voice, so you know we're gonna do that. The terrible growl of Cruoromancer can knock down a galloping horseman and blow away a hut. Priests awaken the tumultuous spirit of the ancient Gauro, giving magical properties to its remains. Okay. And I have declaring, immersion into death. Let's do that. And declaring independence is also available. And then nothing else. There's nothing else I was like crazy excited about doing, right? Ooh, crap. I need to definitely make sure I do that. All right. There'll be plenty of time for that. Okay. Boom, boom. Oh, and there we go. Now move on with this. Boom, 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 boom. Doop, doop, doom. Brought out a little friend, apparently. Okay. 20. More damage there, and you should be able... Ooh, more damage even. And go ahead and finish him off. And he's not relevant, right? Yep, not relevant. There we go. Ooh, and she's got a... Her energy levels are all the way back. Having dealt with the creatures of fire that came to Golarion for reasons unknown, the soldiers discovered a strange twig amidst the ashes, still burning with unholy fire. This dangerous find was handed to the commander with great precaution. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Interesting. They're all nice and spread out, huh? And none of them are ranged, but you know what? This guy is on that horse. Or the wolf, rather. And now he's gone. You've got powers. You might be able to mystically teleport yourself here. So you're the biggest threat now. Boom. Can you do it? Nice. All right. And let's chop you down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Chop you down a whole lot. There we go. And just like that. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And, okay. Oh. Another fort for me to build up. Come on. Sinister Mansion. Alright, same as before. Archery helps us. Barracks does not. Stables. Barracks is for... Yeah, for the infantry. Yeah, that doesn't help us. Watchtower helps us. And you know what? We're gonna just go ahead and throw a hospital in there because I didn't like the way that bar jumped up last time. And there we go. Moving right along. Come on. Back to expendables, and there we go. Okay, now it goes up at this area, and this area I didn't need anything, I guess. Okay. Oh, there's another fort over there. Level 10. No problem. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay. This doesn't make sense to use ice because I don't need both of them. How does this work on Baylor's? I wonder. Why won't it let me... What? Whoops. No, no, no. Oh, I just did that to my own people. And in fact, actually, it took a huge amount of... Oh, yeah, it filled up that bar. We're not doing that. I don't understand what just happened. Maybe they changed the way Bone Shaker works. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum. All right, now. Bone Arrow. Bone Arrow deals physical damage to every unit on a horizontal line, but it wouldn't let us do it on a line. Oh, here we go. It's such a weird little spell. Oh, and it has the same amount of uses as Fireball, so it's not a low-grade spell. Interesting. Well, let's see how it works. What happens? Here. We gotta do it here, right? Is that the way it works? And did nothing to him. Alright. I'm so sorry. One more time. Apparently that's a waste. We're just gonna have to go with the old-fashioned way. It's fine. Doom, doom. Ooh, I bet you my crossbow Lich could go ahead and take him out too. That's another thought. But you know what? We're just gonna do. There we go. 131, you got less, so sure, we'll go with you. Hey. Ping! And there we go. Oh, hey, might as well. Hey. Sure. Ooh. Excellent. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Low rumbling comes from the mouth of the volcano. Crude drawings cover the surrounding stones, indicating that this place was once used for sacrifices to the fire of the depths. These drawings are much older than Sarkoris, but powerful demons managed to subjugate both the energy of this place and its keeper spirits. Interesting. And that's all she wrote. Okay. Now, this other one. Actually, we could just keep you there. It's fine. Leave a little there. And go in. We'll go to the Citadel first. Get myself some rest. Boom, boom, boom.
Why do you always end up in the thick of things, girl? I know you're not stupid, and you understand the risk involved.
I just want to protect you and the others. Don't worry, you don't need to watch over me. I have my grandmother after all.
I'm gone.
Awesome. Now let's head over to the tavern.
We do it my way.
Boom, 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 boom.
Is that the commander who entered the lair of assassins unafraid, wreaking havoc and personally murdering everyone in sight? Why, yes, I think it is him. Well, beer is on me today, just like I promised.
Can I expect more attempts on my life?
There, of course, but He no longer has weapons like Horsala's Assassin's Guild at his command. And the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth are no match for them. I don't think you need to be wary of any more attacks.
Have you ever been tempted to betray me?
Well, maybe a little, perhaps. But I never violate the terms of my contracts. Justice, villainy, loyalty, treachery. All these words carry no meaning for me anymore, but my reputation. For that, I will put my life on the line.
Lawful. You have proven that you always keep your word. Your reputation is well deserved.
Did you ever have any doubts about me, Commander?
Thank you for remaining loyal to me.
It's not about loyalty. It's just business, and... But perhaps you are right about that. I like you. I rarely say that to people, and almost never to my employers. But here we are. I enjoy traveling with you. And I would have felt regret if you had died. Apparently our adventures together have made me overly sentimental.
Have you ever thought about what you're going to do when this war is over?
They say that the Assassin's Guild of Evolutionira, of which I pride myself of being a member, has recently lost its leader. I, on the other hand, have been honing my demon-slaying skills to perfection over the past few months. When this whole thing with the Worldwound is over, I'll return there and try to become one of the aristocrats of Evolutionira. That is what they call themselves, if I remember correctly. I will reside there in luxury, bathe in the gossip about my notorious misdeeds, and take assignments from the Crusaders at a hefty discount. If the demons are trying to occupy our Golarion, why shouldn't we mortals repay them by occupying a part of their realm?
Have you ever thought about quitting the assassination business?
Now? Quite the opposite. My career is booming at present. First, I have an opportunity to work with you and participate in a truly fascinating adventure, which is going to lift my reputation to new heights. Second, I've just joined a very formidable Assassin's Guild. There's a lot more for me to achieve as a professional, and I will only start thinking about retirement and the peaceful life of a commoner when I'm past my prime. Anyway, fortune doesn't favor those who think too much about tomorrow instead of living in the present. Right now, I'm fighting the Worldwound under your command. As for what happens next, we'll just have to see.
You have a daughter.
Yes, my little Mora. Do you think she would want to see me again after all these years? What would she think of me if I told her how I'd been earning my bread all this time? That I left her to do this kind of work? I'm afraid to hear the answers. I only hope that she will be able to forgive me if I ever get the chance to see her again.
The Lich still has a lawful side, so he's not going to outright kill Greybor. But at the same time, he has no interest whatsoever in Greybor going back into the Abyss and building up the Assassin's Guild. The Lich has been successful in killing their leader, and he would prefer if that guild stayed dismantled for as long as possible. So even though there's very little of him that has a good alignment, he's going to tell Greybor that he feels like he should go back to his family because really he wants to remove that chess piece off of the board. Good. After we win the war, I think you should retire and go find your family.
Maybe you are right. Every road eventually comes to an end, and I've been treading this path for quite a long time. Fine. Let us have one more go at defeating some indomitable evil. And then I'll go into retirement.
Greybor smirks for a moment, but he can't hide the sadness that creeps into the cocky bravado of his words. Just know that I think highly of you.
Same goes for you. I never regretted getting involved with you, even though the whole thing seemed like a utter failure at times.
I'm glad we had this talk.
You know, Commander, You know, I've always thought that I was a loner by nature. I don't like people. I don't give a damn about them. They don't give a damn about me. And that's how it's always been since I met you. But you are an exception to all the rules. It is completely wrong for a hired blade to have any kind of personal affection for a client. But I do. Whatever lies ahead, I will never regret going on that dragon hunting mission with you. Surprised to hear such words from an assassin, Commander.
I have nothing else to say.
In that case, let this story become a good memory of how we cheated death itself.
It's time
Awesome.
to act.
All right. Greybor's quest line done. Progress, ladies and gentlemen. And I really like the way it ends. I also like the fact that there's multiple ways that it could end. You know, he could end up going back to his family. He could end up going back down in Shinra. I saw there that there was an option too to ask him to become a crusader or see if he could be more than a hired killer. I don't know if that's a true option either. So he might have potentially 3 different ways that his overall arc could end. So very, very nice stuff. Very good stuff. All right. I think that's enough for one day. Hope all of you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please leave me a like down below. Share this content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.